Hello everyone, this is Sabrina from Live Through This, and today we have an interview with performance artist, writer, and fat activist Stephanie Howell. But first, a taste of Stephanie's work.
10 pounds, 8 ounces. I was a fat baby girl. Photographs capture my round, chubby face and my round, chubby body. I was a pink little piggy, minus the snout and the tail. My baby fat stayed with me as I aged, and I was continually reminded of that fact. Barnyard animals became adjectives to describe me. I grew from a cute little piggy to a pig.
So we're here with Stephanie Howell. Stephanie, can you please just say hello for the camera?
Hello, camera.
And go ahead, speak it as loud as you want. And at the same point, go ahead and tell me a little bit about how it felt to write your piece.
It was a very interesting, it was an interesting journey writing my piece. Sorry. Woo.
Yeah, I know.
To be honest, in writing my piece, I went to some really ugly places. And there were some triggers that I encountered as I was writing my piece. But, you know, I came out of it. And, you know, there is such beauty in ugliness. There's beauty in ugliness, and I try not to be afraid of the ugly anymore. And through this process, you know, I came out so much stronger.
Excellent. Is there something that you wanted? Well, can you talk about the end of the piece right now? How you telling that in readings? The difference. Go right ahead.
At the end of my piece, I mentioned that I weighed 238 pounds when I submitted this piece. I have always, my life is documented by the scale. Various moments in my life. It's a number of the scale. When I think about when I was 14 years old, oh, that number comes up. At Christmas, I stopped weighing myself. I've gone 6 months without weighing myself, and I could cry right now because I have that urge to do it every day, but I'm not. Mm-hmm. I've gone 6 months without doing it, and it's a different life. Mm-hmm. Not knowing and being okay with not knowing.
Mm-hmm. Is there something that you'd want to say to women that are dealing with this right now?
You know, for every woman it's different, and you know, we hear the rhetoric. You know, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. But you know, if you can start in small steps, 1 minute not hating yourself. Can you give yourself just 1 minute to let it go and just let it build and let it build? And you know, if you do fall back, you know, don't beat yourself up because of that. You know, stay in the moment, but then move through it and start again. 1 minute. Mm-hmm. And then build. Mm-hmm. Because you are worth it, and don't fucking listen to the rhetoric that you're not beautiful and that you're ugly and you're all of these, you know, bad negative things, because you're not. You are beautiful.
Yay. And can you talk a lot about identity in your work, fat identity. Can you talk about, we were talking a little bit about identity on the stage and then performance identity just in public spaces, just anything in terms of that, your work with that.
Yeah, you know, it's so interesting. I love playing around with the notion of the abject. So I grew up being called fat, being called a pig. There's something really very empowering, reclaiming, yeah, I'm fat. You can't hurt me with fat anymore. Fat has become, once again, there's beauty and ugliness. No, fat Yeah, there's beauty. There's beauty in fat. You can't hurt me with that anymore. I have some folks who are like, why do you call yourself fat? You're not fat. Well, no, I am. And it's okay. I reclaim that adjective. Fat doesn't scare me anymore.
Awesome. And I think that might be enough. Is there anything that you would want to add?
Yeah. The process of writing, if you are experiencing some kind of adversity, no matter what it is, there is something very, very powerful about writing, documenting, and then crafting into a performance, whether that performance is for the stage or just strictly for the page. Writing through it. Writing through it is wonderful. And believe this rhetoric. Love yourself.
And is writing easy?
Not always, no.
Okay.
Sometimes writing is really, really hard. But and I hate to go back to this, but there's beauty there. There's beauty. There's beauty there. Find the beauty.
Yay, thank you so much, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Bye.
I began writing about my experiences of being fat. I wrote about the practices of looking, the gaze, the consumption of bodies. I like implicating my audiences, critiquing my audiences, and revealing to my audiences what it's like to live in a fat body. In my writing. But in all of my writing, I was unable to make the physical connection to my audience members that I desired. I needed to move beyond the written word on the page and place my fat body in real space and time. No. Anticipation. Ow. You'll have to read the rest.